Oh, it's raining. Yes. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about health requirements. Why? Why does Australia need you to do health tests? Well, just think about it for a second. It's logical. They've got a national health system. They don't want you to be putting a lot of pressure onto that national health system. They want good, strapping, healthy people that can work and contribute to the economy and cost them as little money as possible. So Australia wants good, healthy people. For your health requirement, it's important to note that you cannot do your health tests before you have received your invite to apply for your visa. Just don't do it. Rick wanted to do our health tests before we even got our invite because he was really excited to do it, and I was like, babe, hold your horses, we can't do this yet, and we would have wasted a lot of money. So wait until you have got your invite to apply for your visa to do your medical tests, because you will actually not be able to do them. Well, actually you can do them, you're just gonna waste a lot of money. So what happens when you apply for your visa, there's a little section there that says health requirements, and you're like, oh well, what is that? And then you click on that, and what this links to is links you to a little health declarations page, and it asks you a whole bunch of questions about your health. You know, have you ever had cancer? Have you ever had diabetes? Do you smoke? I think is on there. You know, they just want to know a whole bunch of things. Do you take any chronic medication? Have you had any serious health issues? So first of all, our policy with this was just to be as honest as possible, because you don't want to get this far in the process and somehow they find out something about you that you've lied, and then they can just scratch it and they can cancel your whole visa, and we did not want that. So although we had like a little bit of worries in doing this and getting our health clearance, we felt that it was important to just be honest. In Rick's case, Rick has a hernia in his stomach, which he was really nervous to tell the Australian government about, because he thought that they were going to deny our visa based on that, and had depression and anxiety in the past. So, you know, I also just declared it there. And when we actually went to the doctor, he was like, oh, everybody's depressed and anxious, and I was like, okay. Basically, once you have filled out this whole declaration, what this will do is it will you'll get a printout of this declaration with a little what is called a HAP number, HAP ID, and this is going to link to all of your sort of medical records for your visa application. The next thing that you need to do is you need to book a health assessment and a chest x-ray. So what you do is you need to find the right doctor in your area that has been authorized by the Australian government to conduct these assessments for you. In our case, it was a doctor by the name of Dr. Hugh Cobb, who was in the Rosebank Clinic, I think he was. He was a very nice doctor. We booked our appointment. We had an appointment within 2 days of booking, and basically you go in there, he checks, he verifies that you are the person who you are on your passport. You need to take your passport, by the way, and your glasses, and your test report, and any test reports for any health conditions you have, and all of those things. But it does explain that on the letter that you do get from the Australian government, what you need to take with. So yes, we got an appointment with our doctor, and off we went on one sunny Tuesday morning to go get all of our tests done. So basically he verifies that you are who you are and who you say you are. He goes through your declarations with you. If there's anything on there that he wants to know about, he asks you about these things. He takes your height and your weight, obviously, for your BMI. He does your pulse, he does your blood pressure, he checks your glands to make sure there's not anything funny. You've got to strip down to your undies. It's a nice medical. We didn't have to run on a bicycle or anything like that, but we were pretty excited too because we went in our gym gear. And then we didn't have to run anywhere, but we were pretty excited. Anyway. After that, you get to pee in a cup, obviously, to test for... What do you pee in a cup for?
Test your...
TB? TB?
No, the lung, I think, will be TB.
Yes, then you get to pee in a cup. I'm guessing that's to test for diabetes and like pregnancy and things like that. I'm not really sure. Then what they're going to do is they're going to take your blood to do an AIDS test, which can be covered by your medical aid. So be sure to ask for that paperwork to get that covered. And then they do the little eye test, you know, it's just basic eye test, you know, 2, 3 or 4 letters on a wall, really easy if you can see. And then he will do all the paperwork and send that to the Australian government directly to say you are either health cleared or not cleared, or you need to go for more tests from there. Luckily, we didn't have to go for any more tests or anything. Rick just needed to get a letter from his doctor that's helping him with his hernia to say that it's livable and it's not a terrible thing and he's not going to die from it, or it's a completely manageable condition. We took a little walk across the road and we went to go get chest x-rays done. Obviously this is a check for TB, and if you've got any kind of heart problems, I'm assuming, I'm not an radiologist. Yeah, so just your basic chest x-ray. If you've never been for one before, you go like this and you stand there and the machine goes and then it's done and you get to go home, pretty much. All of these tests together, I think they cost about 1,800 Rand per person, plus minus. Like, that's with the x-ray. I could be lying. Just bank on that, I guess. Yes, and then probably the next day, or maybe the day after the next day, your doctor should have uploaded everything, and you'll see a little icon on your visa application homepage that your health clearance has been granted and that you do not need to do anything else, which is really exciting thing, especially to find out that you don't have AIDS. That's pretty fun. It's always good to be healthy and not have any kind of disease. So now, I'm not really sure what does happen if you do have some kind of terrible disease. To be honest with you, I think that if you are unfortunate to have HIV or AIDS, or you've had TB or something like that, I would recommend that you check with the migration agent if you should even begin this process. Like I said in the beginning of this video, the Australian government does not want people that are going to put pressure on their national health system. So make sure that you check into that if you do have some kind of terrible illness. I do know, however, that for some kind of illnesses, there is a health declaration page that you can sign after you have gone and done your health check. So if your doctor does pick up something, but it is going to be a manageable illness in the long term, you will have to sign a piece of paper, some kind of a form that says that as soon as you get into Australia, you are going to go to a specialist. You promise you're going to go to a specialist and you're going to get this thing checked out and managed. But I'm not exactly sure for what spectrum of diseases or illnesses that kind of covers. So again, if you have some kind of illness, just make sure that you check before you even start the whole immigration process. It's pretty important, because then you will have wasted a whole lot of money trying to get this done. Meanwhile, Australia is just going to unfortunately reject you. And can you blame them? It's not good to have a whole bunch of sick people in your country, unfortunately. Health requirements tests were pretty easy for us because we are generally healthy people and we like to look after ourselves. That brings me to the end of this video. So yeah, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.